everyone, and welcome to this new video. I've been crocheting when I was a little kid. I actually learned it when I was in elementary school. We learned this I think in first or second class actually, and then also my grandma, she loves to knit and crochet, so I got a little bit to learn from her as well. However, the only thing that still kind of stuck to me was crocheting. I would still consider myself being a beginner, so when I saw stuff going around on the internet like this or this or this, I was so hooked and wanted to try it out again. Still, I'm not sure if I'd be able to do a full jumper or sweater just yet, because I'm restarting since how long? What must have been that, like 12 years or something. Well, so when I saw this bag, I thought that might be a cool thing to start out again with. However, I still want to make a little bit of my own thing with it. So the sweater thing with the little squares that I saw going around, that also Harry Styles I think wore, like this is one of the famous Harry Styles like his sweater that he wore. So I thought, why can we not just combine this? So I want to do a bag with squares, and yeah, since that's not maybe hard enough, I want to find two cool stitches, because I know 2 or 3 I think, but I want to learn something new as well. So I'm gonna have a look on the internet and see what kind of cool stitches there are. I think the one that I know I'm still gonna use, it's the one where you have to do 2 loops. I can't really explain this, especially not in English, but yeah, I'm gonna show you which ones I chose in a bit, because I still haven't thought of that yet. But I'm gonna try learn these, at least one new, and then see if it all comes together and looks cool. In my head it does. I also have 2 yarn colors that might look cool together. Yeah, I'm gonna show you all of this once I have thought about it a bit better. Okay, let's start with the things I used for this project. I used cotton yarn in white. I had 3 of these, and then also 1 lavender color. I think I had a total of 2, but yeah, only showed 1. And then obviously I needed a crochet hook as well. In this session here, in this clip, I show you a 5mm one, but later on you'll see that I use a 4mm hook. And also I use darning needles. Also, just FYI, I mostly winged all of this bag, but these 2 tote bags that I already had at home I used as a little reference. Size-wise, I think this is also getting a bit clearer later. But yeah, as I said, most of the time I winged it. It's just nice to have something similar already at hand to look at. It's now a couple of hours later, and as you can see, I'm in the bedroom, because it's just more comfy here. And also here is my cat. There's his head. Hello, little boy. Say hello. Yes, he's an old grumpy cat. Yes, yes you are. This is Simon, by the way, or in German Simon, which fits him more than the English one. I don't know why, but it is what it is. Yeah, and I've been looking at stitches and actually crocheted a bit as well. And yeah, this cat loves the yarn so much, he always chews on it. But it's not good for cats, so I always have to take it from him. But well, yeah, I'm practicing a bit. I think I'm about to finish my first square. And I have to say, it didn't feel so hard. I was able to pretty quickly go back into the stitch and the crocheting in general. But that's, as I said, stuff that I already kinda knew how to do. Maybe it's a bit like riding a bike or something, bicycle. You just easily know again what to do. I don't know. Oh yeah, this is my first square. Sorry for the outside noises. There they are. It's pretty quiet here, but every time I wanna film something and the windows are still tilted, it feels like there's got noise all everywhere. Yeah, and now I'm a bit too lazy to close the window. Sorry. But yeah, let me finish this up and let's start the second griddle stitch. Okay, I'm gonna use some lavender yarn now and gonna try this. Yay. First this slip knot thingy. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 and then a single crochet and then a double crochet in the next one, and that's, I think, how to do it. Single and double. I hate how wonky sometimes it looks though. Can you see that there's a pretty dent? I don't know, but this already at least kind of looks like the griddle stitch, so that's fine. Now I need to know what I lastly did. I did the double last. Okay, so now I have to do the single and then the double again. I already know it's not gonna be perfect, but at least I did it myself, and that's what matters, right? Now it's time to show you, as best as I could at that time, how I made those stitches. So first of all, I'm starting with the double crochet stitch. This is the one that I already knew. I'm just starting my slip knot like this. There's different ways to do that. I will link you a video below, but this is the way I do it. Then I insert my hook and chain some stitches. I counted my stitches, but I won't give you my reference as I completely messed up later with the squares, so that's something you will see as well throughout the video. And yeah, after you're done with your chains, you wrap the thread around the hook, insert the hook, so you have 3 loops on your hook, and then you yarn over and insert the hook through 2 loops. You have 2 loops on your hook again, insert, and yeah, do the stitch as is. I'm very terrible with explaining it, but I hope that the video as it is gives you a little bit of an idea. But as I already mentioned earlier in the video, it's best if you look at videos and have help from more professionals than me of doing that. I will link some tutorials below of how to do this. And next up is the griddle stitch. This is what I used with the purple color as well. I did the slip knot here and then also inserted my hook, because that's basically always the first step, as well as chaining the same amount, in the best case, of chains that you had before with the other squares. That's how you chain, you see it there. But yeah, as I said, please look for other video tutorials. And then you start with a normal single crochet where you just insert your hook and pull the thread through. So you have 2 loops on your hook, and then that's a basically normal single crochet, and then again you do the double crochets as I showed you before in the other part. Double crochet, then single crochet again, and then double crochet again, and so on and so on. And it should actually finish with a single crochet, and then you go ahead and do a double crochet on top of the single crochet when you turned or flipped your work over. And yeah, then it goes on and on, so you always alternate between double and single crochets, and that's what makes this stitch so unique in my opinion. And here you can also see how I struggle with the thread, with the yarn. So I think in this clip it's very obvious that I'm a beginner. Just as I turned off the camera for a bit and continued, I actually made a mistake, because it's supposed to end with a double crochet and mine was ending with a single crochet, so have to go back a bit to there's the mistake. Yeah, I did 2 double behind each other. I think this will happen to me more than once. Famous last words, because yeah, it actually really took me a long time to finish those squares, especially the griddle stitch. I always had to keep in my head as I went along, like, now I do a double crochet, now I do a single crochet, and so on and so on, and often I messed up and did the same mistake that I mentioned earlier, so those squares took a long time. It's several weeks later now. Yes, I took some time with this. I actually did a long break because that's apparently just how I am. I'm very excited about a new project, start it and invest a lot of time in it, and then eventually I get bored and put it down for a while. So yeah, I'm glad that I picked it up again because I have tons of different squares now. I'm gonna see if they're enough. I don't know, maybe we for now can only do a front part of the bag. Let's see. I'm gonna put it all here on this bed and then we can sew something together hopefully already, so that I can finish this project, because I'm very excited to soon have a crochet bag. Let's see. I think I'm gonna start with some white squares and then put the purple next to it. The thing is that some of these squares are different sizes. I really don't know what I did wrong. Something I probably did, so I'm gonna try to find sizes that kind of fit together. I don't know. Let's see, this is already maybe a bit... You don't see all of it, great! Here, a bit better. This is maybe one side already. Gonna have to see, because if I make it larger upwards, that's not so cool, and also this is not nice, so I think I prefer this size. And for the other side, I then want to start with purple. So I put this a bit more to this side and then put this next to it. Okay, I'm missing one purple square, but that's fine. We can at least put this together already. Yay! I'm gonna get some needles and a white thread, because I'm gonna do that with the white. I have more white yarn than purple, and then I'll show you how I do this. I actually think I first of all have to mention that I really did not know what I was doing here, and I think the footage tells. So I just pulled some yarn into my needle and then put them together as best as I could so that they're aligned kind of evenly, and then I put the thread through like that. Yeah, I also tried to lay them together in the next clip, and then I just did like a zigzag kind of stitch thing, but once again, I really had no idea how to sew at all. I still don't, but yeah, I think there's better ways, really. Here you can see, I think, how horrible it looks. I really should have gotten along with slip stitches. I think that would have been way better. So it's a couple of days later again. I did this. I'm not sure if I already showed you that. However, I went ahead and wanted to sew together the second one, and the first row was totally fine. I finished the last square in the meantime as well, but there's a problem then with the second row. I think you can see it, right? Like, here are some rows missing. Here, this white one down there is way too big. I don't know what I did there. So I don't know if I can just open these. I don't think I can. I think you can do that when you just want to have a row opened, but not like this ways. Like sideways, I don't know. So I think I have to go ahead with it, and then these two are a bit different. Like this one will be a bit longer, so I'll definitely have to make sides to it as well, so that at least it looks not so crooked. I don't know if that's going to work. So yeah, I think I will do some parts here and some to this purple one. Let's see how it will look like in the end. Okay, so here's how I fixed it. As you see, I made a little piece of griddle stitches, and then I went ahead and sewed it to the big purple square. It's not the best way, I guess, to do it. Not the nicest way, but you will see in a second. I don't think it looks that obvious, that bad. Here, I don't think you can tell that much. And with the white square, this is the easiest part of the two. I just basically added some more rows. So yeah, that was quite quick and easy, but it still looks kind of weird, as you can see here. As usual, it's several days later. In the meantime, I finished these. I now have two of those patchwork sides of the bag, and I finally want to finish this project so I can continue with something else, because I have a million ideas in my head, as usual with everything. So yeah, it should be like this together, but I don't think I want to just sew them together again like I did with the patchworks. I want to do it a bit more like this. Do you know what I mean? I show you a bag so you know my reference. Here, so this is the bag. This is the front or the back, whatever you are looking at, because the two sides are just the same. But as you can see, it has these parts here, and I want to create that as well. I'm just not too sure if I should already attach it to it while crocheting, or if I should create like a ribbon and then sew it there. I don't know, but I'm just gonna do single crochets, and then I have to see what I'll do regarding these here. If I should just do this, or if I actually should put it a bit longer so it's like a V shape that goes into these. Maybe I'll do that, because why easy when you can make it complicated? Or I nearly said comfortable, and that wouldn't be what I wanted to say. Anyway, I think I'm gonna try to just immediately put them together and show you. Yay! Okay, I didn't go ahead as I first intended to. I made double crochets, and as you can see, I didn't attach it directly to the big squares because I don't know, I wasn't too sure. I tried it out, but it didn't really work, and I think like that it was better. Okay, now I made this, which looks round now. But I think once I attach the part down here, it should be fine. I hope. But as you can see, something went wrong because one of the parts is a bit too long. Yeah, so like here, this and there is actually like this, which is kind of interesting. I don't really know what went wrong there. That's gonna be interesting, but I'll find out. And yeah, once I have that done, I will let you know, and then it's part or time to adjust the upper part, and then I'm done with this. Well, I don't know if I'm done then, because I still want to put something on these, maybe some applications. Let's see. Woohoo, what's that? Yes, I added 3 rows of single crochets to the top just to give it a bit better of a frame, I guess. And then I searched for the middle part of the whole bag. But first I went ahead and did some stitch markers on the ends, and then I actually counted, I'm very thankful that I did, to see where the middle part is, because there I did another stitch mark, and then I just added another stitch mark to the other side, so I have a framework kind of thing where I could work my way up for the straps. And yeah, I used one more line of white color and did some single crochets along, and I did some decreasing here as well on both sides. So whenever I crossed a stitch mark, I did a decrease, and then I went ahead until I thought it was big enough. But now you see me actually changing the color to the purple again. I did it very terribly here. There's better ways to change colors. I know that now in hindsight. But it worked for the bag. I would recommend to look up how to change colors though before you start doing something like that. But again, it worked for me for this project, so all good. I am super tired, so excuse my face. Yesterday I made this so far, so I showed you a bit of it, that I changed colors, and this is how it turned out now. It looks a bit like a bra strap or a shop strap or something, but I kind of like it right now. The only thing that I messed up, but I really didn't want to open it up again, is this side a bit. So the first attempt, the first side, I really like. I'm proud of myself for that. It looks like a really nice pyramid, and it actually kind of holds the form as well. I mean, as best as possible for a crochet. But this, I don't even know if you can see that much of a difference, but yeah, it like rolls in, unfortunately, so that's not so cool. And also I really messed up the pyramid form, so I don't think it's that extremely visible on camera, but maybe you can see it. Here we have this nice form, and here is doing like a little bump or something. I don't know what I did. Maybe it's because I chained one and then turned back after I decreased, and then decreased more, but that actually could have been the case. and maybe sometimes I skipped it. I have no idea. Well, I didn't want to open it up again because I already had to open this side up once I was maybe like this far, because those two straps weren't the same size. So really, I must have messed up something here. Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna continue making these a bit longer so I can make it like this. I don't know if I should make it archy already or if I just should put them together in the end. Let's see once I made it a little bit longer. I mean, you could technically already maybe leave it like this because it goes through my armhole. But no, I want it a bit longer. And then obviously I have to do the other side. And it's just gonna be the same thing all over again. So yeah, once I have this all done, I will show you the end result, because then we really are finally at the end. Oops, I slapped myself there. So far I think it looks cool, and yeah, I still want to maybe put some things on it, like some stars or flowers, some applications, but I'm not too sure anymore about that. So let's see what I came up with in the end. So originally I wanted to show you some footage of me showing off the new cool bag and everything. I wanted to be finished by now. Yeah, I spent the weekend crocheting the straps of the bag and one of them looks good, the other not so much. So I have to unravel one side that I spent ages on doing again, and then I finally can finish it. I show you this now because it's all about sharing mistakes as well, in hopes that maybe some of you who hopefully are better crocheters than me, because again I'm a beginner, can maybe give me some advice as well. I don't know. So first of all, this is the strap that I made and finished. I mean, finished. This one obviously has to be put back. I slip stitched these two together here, and I have to say the slip stitch looks way smoother and nicer than what I did here with the squares. You probably all did this when you saw me putting it together. But again, it's all about learning, and I think like that it doesn't look that bad. I don't know. And I like the straps now and everything. The thing why I made it so extremely complicated for me with the other side, I will show you what I did, is that when you put these two together, they're like this. So obviously when you then put it around your shoulder, it's fine, it's perfect, that's how I wanted it. But I thought there might be a cooler way to not have this like flopping like this. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how else to explain it. And also obviously it's not the coolest to put them together here. So I think the easiest way would be to basically stop here and then crochet either like this and have the arch, or to crochet this in one piece so you don't have the attachment and then put it together here. I don't know exactly. For now I'm fine with this. I think it's turned out well, and I will do the other side exactly like this. But now I'm gonna show you. I tried to make decreasing and increasing on the other side, like to have this arch. I didn't look it up, I just made it myself, but also I don't know what I did in the end. This is what it looks like now. I mean, it is an arch. I think I managed to have an arch, but the thing that I didn't think about is when I now put this on my arm, It looks like this. Yeah, no, I did not think about that, so the other solution is way better. I have to unravel this. I had difficulties doing increasing and then decreasing on this side. I mean, in general, look at it, it's horrible. If you don't look at it that closely, it's kind of fine, and it's the first time I did increasing and decreasing both together, so I should give myself more credit, but yeah. Anyway, I then, since those two didn't really fit together anymore, I adjusted this piece here with single crochets together and like an arch, so that might be a bit of a better solution for when you want to have an arch, but again, I'm not sure if it would still look like this, and I don't know. Yeah, I had problems doing this with the color change as well. That was just too much for me, so I ended up doing this in white only, which looks okay. I think you could have done this, or I could have done this on this side as well, just have white in the end, but obviously I wanted to continue with the purple and the white. And also this makes it so much easier for me to count rows. So I just had to like count until these purple ones on each side to see if they're the same length. But do you see, this is where I crocheted it together. I put it together, so it's not exactly on the highest point because I didn't want that on my shoulders, so I made one of the straps a bit longer. But yeah, I will do this with the other side as well. I'm sorry if my English and my explanations were bad now, but I hope you get what I mean. And then I finally have a finished bag. This really took me so much longer than I expected. Obviously I had a big break in between because it was a bit frustrating and everything. But yeah, I think making a canvas bag, no, it's not a canvas bag, a cotton yarn bag, a bag like this should be more easy. I don't know, maybe it's just because it was the biggest project I ever did in crochet. I don't know, I'll come to a big results in the end anyways, so that we all learn maybe from my mistakes and have a final view. Okay guys, I finished my bag. There's still some of the little strands and pieces that are sticking out, so I still have to fix it up, but that's fine. Right now I just want to show you because I'm so excited that I finally finished a crochet product or project. And here it is. This is my bag. The straps are not perfect. Overall it's not perfect, I know, but it's the first bigger thing that I made since 10 years in crocheting. So yeah, I'm really excited about it. What do you say? Do you like it? I sometimes mention that I wanted to put some applications on it, like stars or little flowers or something, but I thought no, it's cool already like that. I'm gonna keep it. I mean, the fact that it's checkered here and then striped there is already a lot, and sometimes I wear fancy outfits like this, so yeah, it's nicer and cooler like this. I think I also really like the size of it. I'm pumped about it. I like it. So let's go to my final thoughts, shall we? Final thoughts. First of all, I'm not sure if it was the best. Let me close this window. First of all, I'm not sure if making squares in the beginning was the best decision. It was very time consuming, and then you have to sew them together and everything, so I don't know. I mean, it was a cool practice for the different stitches. I learned a new stitch not only the half double crochets but also this griddle stitch. And then I don't know if if I also didn't make just too much work with like putting the outsides around it. Maybe I could just have done bigger squares and it would still be fine. I just thought I wanted something extra on the sides and on the bottom, but I think it would have worked without it now that I look at it, because that's just how crochet works. It's still a bit like this. What I do like is that I went with these straps instead of the ones that are just two ones like on the side. I hope you know what I mean. And I also like that then I went with the striped version. As I mentioned, it made it so much easier to count the length, and I think it looks kind of cool. It's something extra, and also the mix of it I like. I like the colors. I like that I used cotton yarn without first knowing that it's actually 100% cotton. So yeah, overall I think I did well. But yeah, the points that I mentioned, they help me with learning how to crochet better stuff and make it faster maybe soon if I want to do another one. So yeah, what do you think? Are there any points that I missed out? Anything that I can learn from you guys? I would appreciate it a lot. Also, how do you like this bag? Did I do okay-ish as a beginner? And I love crocheting so much right now. I'm really in the mood of crocheting everything. I already started a new project. I made these earrings. They are little skulls. They just need some fabric stiffener because sometimes they roll up. And I added some little beads to them so they look a bit more fancy. I really like them. I posted on my Instagram a questionnaire, a little poll, if you like it or not. I mean, not a lot of people participated since I don't have that many followers on that one artworky, artsy profile. But some of them said no. I mean, obviously I gave the free will, the free decision, and I appreciate that people are honest, but I just thought they're so cute and it still made me a bit sad, even though it's completely stupid. But I wanted to know that if I should put them in my Etsy store or not. So let's see how they feel and look like with some fabric stiffener that I order soon. And then maybe not. But I keep rambling. If you guys want to see more crochet projects of me, please let me know in the comments. I would appreciate it, and also I would obviously appreciate it a lot if you would subscribe to my channel so you see more of me, either more crocheting or more of my studio vlogs, of my artworks, etc. Yeah, so I hope you have a nice day and that we see each other soon. Goodbye!